I'm the Cognitive Gamer, and this is the first episode of SciPlay! Insert awesome title card. Alright, so today we're playing NES Remix, and we're talking about the effect of nostalgia, and more importantly, how nostalgia can be used to make you, well, how nostalgia can manipulate you to buy a product. And Nintendo is very, very good at this, but it's especially apparent in NES Remix. Plus, it's a fairly new game, and I wanted to show it off. So here we go. So I want to first talk about something a little more personal. How could you not remember? Look at how expert that was. That's years of training right there. But I mean, just playing this game brings me back. I remember when I was like 4 years old, my uncle, the one who actually got me into video games, he was visiting and he brought it over and he had Super Mario. And it was, it was like looking into the future. I was an impressionable 4-year-old. There was nothing else really like it before. It was new and it was exciting. And it was colorful and friendly, maybe not that friendly, but either way, it was a nice time, and like my family got along, and then it just kind of grew up with me. My family ended up getting me an SNES, so not quite an NES, but I mean it still came with Mario. I still played all the classics, and I actually played it with my family and everything. So going back, so in a I want to show that I can actually do it. Yeah! Haha! Alright. 3 stars even. A study done by Zhao, Winston, Siddiquis, Chen, and Vingerhowitz in 2012 shows that nostalgia makes us self-reflect positively. That means we look back at the better days, and we see a better self. So by playing this, it automatically reminds us of when we were a better person. By playing this, we think that we're better in every respect. Now that's kind of manipulative, don't you think? Especially when I can just press this little button down here. So I want to play Super Mario. Look at this! I can go to the Nintendo eShop after those wonderful feelings being instilled in us and play a little mini game. Look at that. A feeling that's been instilled in us back when we thought we were great, back when we thought we were better, back when we were children, and we see that we can buy this game. We can buy this game right here by a simple click of the button. You know, when you're like, man, I remember I used to play Super Mario with my brother or my sister, my mom and my dad, and wasn't it amazing? You know, I really want to relive those feelings once again. I'm gonna buy this game for $5. So not only is this game just great for bringing back those feelings, they capitalize on those feelings by making you buy the games that they're showing here. And not to mention, this game is not a free-to-play game. No. This is a game that you have to pay $15 for up front because, well, nostalgia, right? You see that these are a bunch of old NES games that you want to just get back in again. But it also is really fun. So it's really interesting that Nintendo decided to chop this up into little chunks, but really what they ended up doing, Grad, yeah! What they ended up doing was giving you all the memorable parts of these games. These are the highlights. This is the highlight reel of your childhood that they're giving you. This is the parts that you remember of either being upset or happy about, and nostalgic. They're making you feel special. Again, you're self-reflecting on the... You're remembering the... the good old days before you had a job and you had responsibilities. No, these are the good days when you were a kid and you're drinking hot cocoa and eating tricks when they were actually the shapes of fruit, and you're playing Mario in your underwear and top, like, and it was awesome. Everything was great. This is before, you know, you had to go to school and do papers, before you had to go to work and do the daily drudge that is life. And it's just fantastic. Unfortunately, because it's so wonderful, means we are highly vulnerable to these types of tricks, and they make us buy it. I'm actually considering rebuying the original Mario because of these awesome feelings that they instill. Or less than awesome feelings. But this is an awesome feeling because I cleared it. Nostalgia. What a great thing. Yeah! I unlocked a new stage! So going back to nostalgia. Nostalgia makes us reflect positively. It also instills a calming and social, meaning that we just feel better in the present, not only because we think about the past, but because of physiology. It actually makes us feel warmer. So when we're playing this game, we have the good old days coming back into our minds. We actually get a rise in temperature, which instills the calmness. These calm feelings are relaxing, and of course, what we would want. What do I have to do? It's not only something we would want to do, something we want to experience over and over again. Just like these games. These games are something we would want to play over and over again. Ugh. Now, going back to the subject of will you pay money for it, obviously, that's all Nintendo wants to do, especially with the Wii U is all about playing old games. We can even look at the current lineup. We have Super Mario games, of course. New Super Mario Brothers Wii U. New Super Mario Brothers. Hey. And with that, you have Wind Waker, HD Remake, you have Pikmin 3. I mean, you could look at what's on the 3DS with Star Fox 3D, Ocarina 3D. You have a new Donkey Kong game coming out in a couple of weeks. You have Mario Kart coming out in a few months. You have Super Smash Bros. Coming at the end of the year. These are games that have been out already, and not only... I mean, there's definitely an obviously business plan to do that because these brands like to sell, but also because they instill this feeling. You have a special place in your heart. This is a brand new game. That's awesome. You have a special place in your heart for these games. Maybe not this one, because I don't think I've ever played Wrecking Crew. Ever. But that brings me to another point. Nostalgia doesn't necessarily have to be something that you've actually experienced. What is this? The reasons I'm getting nostalgia isn't not necessarily from because I've experienced myself. It's kind of hard to remember what I did as a 4-year-old playing NES, but I remember I was definitely playing NES. But we can get these feelings of nostalgia just from something that we remembered to be. That means classic brands, Coca-Cola, can definitely instill nostalgia via commercials just because of this heritage. In a study done by Merchant and Rose in 2013, so this is very recent, they showed that actually what we tend to do is we have this nostalgia processes which then lead to fantasies about past eras, which lead to these emotions, which lead to brand heritage, which leads to brand attachment. Meaning, I know that was a pretty long thing, meaning we see these brands, we fantasize about past eras of enjoying these brands, we get these emotions that are very similar to nostalgia. That's right, we're imagining ourselves playing these games in a past era, and we still get the similar feelings of nostalgia. So again, this game is perfect not only because of the people that did experience the NES, but for maybe younger children who may have not been able to play these games, can now play these games and still get the sense of nostalgia that we've been talking about for so many years. Because of the fact that this brand has been around, Nintendo, for several years, and everybody likes to talk about the good old days of playing NES. That's crazy. That's very crazy. And it's gotten the attention of a lot of business people. I know Entrepreneur Magazine does an article all about how nostalgia sells and how people are always trying to instill nostalgia. So let's take a look at another study called Nostalgia, a Neuropsychiatric Understanding. It's from Hirsch and the Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Foundation. So yes, this is from a company, it's from Consumer Research, and it's from 1992, but essentially it's saying that we can instill, that nostalgia can be instilled via different senses. And these different senses, they were concentrating on smell, but the fact that you can actually instill nostalgia via different senses, such as visual, maybe sensation perhaps, maybe you're getting it from playing these video games, make you think back to the past. Again, a positive self-reflection. We remember Ring. And also these missions are very vague. What the hell? and they try to they make you even the mission statements are things that may instill nostalgia. I've never played the original Legend of Zelda. I have no idea what it means by get the ring. I know it means you probably have to go to a store and buy something, clearly after that example. Nope. But if you've played this game, you know exactly what the ring is. You know exactly how to do it, and you're going to be really happy that you can do it. Son of a monkey. These are mechanics that haven't changed the years that Legend of Zelda. What's going on? What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Is there a way I can open this? Am I just kind of crazy? What the? God, I really should play this game. Maybe I should go buy it. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that wasn't working. Yeah! I think an interesting thing in the Hirsch and their Hirsch and Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Foundation study found that 91% of men and 90% reported a happy childhood. Again, I remember growing up and being a great childhood. Another article, Nostalgia as an Antidote to Boredom. So this is a study done by Tilburg, Igao, and Sadekis. Again, this came out last year, 2013, so still very, very recent. And essentially what this says is that when we're bored, we can counteract that with nostalgia. When we're bored, man, I suck. When we're bored, what we want to do to fill our time is nostalgia. Yeah. It literally counteracts boredom. Nintendo is making a game that literally counteracts boredom via nostalgia. Now that's pretty ingenious. Not only does it capitalize on our vulnerability of feelings, these ooey gooey feelings that make us want to buy things that remind us of the past, they're literally saying, hey, you know what, oh man, they're literally saying, hey, if you're bored, fill with nostalgia. Nintendo, we're all about nostalgia. What? I had that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Fill your time with nostalgia. You'll feel better. So, in short, NES Remix is not only a really fun game, but it also makes you remember the past. And when you remember the past, you feel good. When you feel good, you want to spend more money on feeling good. This is the Cognitive Gamer, and this has been SciPlay, where I play video games and talk about science. We talked about nostalgia, and wasn't it a hoot? I hope you can look back on this and just get warm, fuzzy feelings. Just like Nintendo, and what they do. You can follow me on Twitter, CognitiveGamer. You can find us on Facebook. Just type in Postgrad Entertainment into the search bar. And please, please, please subscribe to our channel. There's going to be a lot more SciPlays where this came from. Thank you very much. Look at all these old games! This is awesome! I wish I could have them in the cartridge form so I can get the nostalgic feeling of blowing into the cartridge, gently putting it into the NES. I wonder where I can get that. Oh yeah, I can go to vpogames.com, where they feature a big selection of old games for a great price, including NES games. Man, I love NES games.